I am not even joking, this might be the best show of the season.
ああ、例か仕事でしょ。それにそいつバージンでマグロで AV も見たことなくて全然テクもないくせにすげえ好き好き言ってきて、お前好き三昧かよっていなくなる前の日もここに来てあの女に家追い出されたとか言って、こっちどんだけサービスしてやってんだよって話でさ。
ちょっとトイレに。
あ、はーい。喋りすぎ?
Hello, welcome back. Today we are reviewing the 4th episode of My Home Hero. And this show just keeps getting better and better and better. At least that's what I feel like. I hope you do too. Now, in this 4th episode, quickly summarizing the plot here, Tetsuo gets the mob guy to agree that, yeah, okay, I'll work with you to find the person that actually killed Nobuto. But we only have till Friday, or I'll have to kill you and frame you anyway. Then we get basically Tetsuo and this guy trying to find clues about where Nobuto might have went, and eventually they end up getting dragged into doing a job for the mob, like I guess the higher ups or someone else in the organization, because they are unhappy about Tetsuo and this guy cooperating and sniffing around or doing other things. It's not quite clear. So basically, and as I said, they get forced into doing this job. Basically, they are killed or they do the job, so they do the job. And the mob guy gets shot and is injured. And the episode ends on a fairly big cliffhanger with Tetsuo and this mob guy trying to halt away from the scene of the job they were given at this mob meetup thing. The storytelling seems to still be really strong in this show. I mean, the writing, the plot, the story, the character building, everything is very solid so far still. It's not like anything is going downhill or the quality is going downhill. It seems that it is only going up or at least staying at the same level. The producers are doing a very good job with the show so far. I'm very interested and intrigued and enthralled and engaged in what is happening on screen. And it is very entertaining, and I really am already craving more, even though I just finished the newest episode. That is also partly because of the cliffhanger, but alas. There are a lot of nuggets in this episode that I thought were really interesting, and gives us a lot of a window look into the character of Tetsuo. One thing he says in the episode being, the more lies I tell, the more scared I get to tell the truth. That's like a very interesting sort of thing you can ponder about when he says that. Like, what exactly does he mean, right? Is he just getting more and more drawn into this fantasy story he is telling everyone else? And is he sort of becoming used to lying? Is he becoming used to portraying himself as something else than what he might be? And all of the things around that. That was a very, I just thought, interesting single sentence. That can mean a lot, really. So I'm interested to see how they sort of keep his character developing in that sphere, if you know what I mean. In terms of him slowly devolving his morality, devolving his just general accepted actions and behavior, devolving or evolving, or anyways, changing, to now fit into his new circumstances. The whole scene, though, with Tetsuo and this mob guy going to this hostess club, where they talk to this nice-looking blonde girl that apparently is Nobuto's actual girlfriend, and how molding Tetsuo gets when the girlfriend of Nobuto basically says, like, oh yeah, Reika, or the girl he was like saying, no, that was just for work. He was just using her for some work stuff. She was a horrible girl in bed, was a virgin, hadn't watched porn at all, was like just a dead salmon or something in bed, horrible, just bad, so bad. And then Tetsuo was like almost shaking with anger, it's like, that motherfucker. And then he goes to the bathroom, excuses himself, and then in the bathroom he just like molds to himself, I'm gonna kill him, And then you get the really comedic moment where it's like, oh wait, I already did. Oh, never mind. I shouldn't have killed him. I should have, That whole scene made me smirk. I paused it and rewound it and watched it again. Cause that was just like such a very small comedic relief. but it was definitely a good hit on the comedy there. Like, those sort of small moments I think are really great to see. So it sort of can alleviate the action a bit and make it so you don't feel necessarily completely drained in terms of story and exposition and action all the time. Getting those moments of relief can be really good. Of course, I also did like the scene at the start of the episode where Tetsuo basically tells his wife, "Oh, we're fine now, they're not suspecting us anymore, we are safe." Basically just lying to the wife because he has decided that he cannot put his family at risk anymore. He will have to solve this entire problem by himself. It's like, yeah, okay, you know, Tetsuo manning up. Perhaps the most interesting turn in this episode, though, was this mob guy character, which I forget the name of. They probably said it sometime, but the guy that he teams up with, basically, where he says in the car that you knew I was tracking you, right? Listening in. And Tetsuo says like, "No, I didn't know. No, no." But of course, sort of gets him to admit it, sort of. And then it goes on like a buff on like the expertise and how great the guy was for making him do all these things, so he was able to track him because he's such a crime novel buff. But then the mob guy says to Tetsuo that he asks him, "You killed Nobuto, didn't you?" Sort of hinting at that he sort of knows he did, or at least expects he did. And then says, "That's why I teamed up with you." Which is a lot of foreshadowing, or like a lot of question raising. It's like, what exactly do you mean by that? Like, why did he... If he knew that, why would he not just deliver him to the bosses for, like, the chopping block? And why would you team up with him because of that? Like, what... Do you need his skills for something? Like, what's going on here? And then you get further thickening of the plot at the end of the episode when this mob guy is borderline dying. And he says, like, "I'm sorry, Mom. I did all I could. And, I was so close." And what exactly is it hinting at? What exactly is he trying to convey? I mean, I'm sure we will get to know what he means in the future episode. But... a lot of questions are being raised, right now in this episode, and it definitely makes your interest peak. It's like, okay, what's going on here? I have a lot of questions, not a lot of answers, but I really would like some answers, so somebody tell me. As I said though, this show, it keeps being really good. The writing, storytelling, plot, characters, basically everything is rock solid. This is not really a show that's talked about too much, this season, but it should be. It is definitely one of my top 3 shows this season so far. If they nail the landing, this could be one of the best, maybe even the best this season, if they keep this momentum up for the rest of the show. Or season, anyway. With all that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next episode review. If you did like the video, then please leave a like, subscribe, hit on the notification bell to support my content. Also, if you would like to say anything about the episode or about my video or anything really, I do appreciate every single feedback I get, and the support, of course. With that, I will see you next time. Have a good one.